Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. Thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth at both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Welcome, Gloria. Hope you're fine. Thank you for always supporting us, Gloria. Now, today, what I'd like to discuss with you is that there's something that I found a little sort of, strange, and that's why I thought I'd discuss this topic with you. And you are free to join me, viewers who would like to also talk about their viewpoints on this topic. And we're talking about the golden visa that Dubai and the UAE are giving to people from Bollywood and other, film fraternity in India and all over the world. Welcome, Shilpa and Stuti. Thank you for joining. Yeah. So let's start this topic with, uh, who are the people, who get this visa. See, it's never been easier for the rich and powerful to live in any country, they want. See, for example, Dubai. It's not only the rich and powerful that are getting the golden visas, but also so-called superstars and item starlets too. I find this rather strange, that ever since Yogi Adityanath offered filmmakers a clean alternative in UP, where people like Boni Kapoor and Urvashi Rautela types went to meet Yogi Adityanath ji, and we thought they were planning to invest in UP. But looks like they were getting all the details to pass it on to other vested interests, because these ideas have sprouted not only in UAE but in other certain countries of getting people who work outside to invest in their country and give them the security and the what you call protection. And suddenly you see that the golden visa started being distributed to every Tom, Dick, and Harry in Bollywood, right from Sanjay Dutt to the insignificant Urvashi Rautela and Mauni Roy. Golden visas are becoming more and more common. The UAE's border may be closed to most migrants and refugees, but they're wide open for those with the ability to pay. Wealthy people can now purchase visas or straight out citizenships. Actor Sanjay Dutt was extremely grateful to the government of UAE on receiving the golden visa for the United Arab Emirates. So before I start this, let me just go to a PowerPoint and presentation. So this is Shah Rukh Khan in UAE. As all of you know, he is the one who, with his family enjoys the luxury in Dubai and where he feels like a king. Especially after the boycott Bollywood started, he's been hiding his face in shame. Not only he, Gauri Khan has also been trying to avoid the shutterbugs, mainly because of the Aryan Khan drug case. So here you see that he's in his elements, and this is a place where he feels like a Badshah. Here you see that the golden visa is being given to Boni Kapoor and his family, his daughters, and also the famous Mammootty of Kerala. So it's going to all the top people. Here you see Sanjay Dutt. He's also got it. And what Sanjay Dutt said is that it's an honor to receive the prestigious visa. I'm grateful to the government of UAE for their never-ending support, considering Dubai became a home for my family in the past year. The Golden Visa initiative by the leaders is a true visionary. It has helped the country grow as an investor-friendly nation, and I'm sure it will continue to do so in the coming years. I vow to help the country whenever they are in need, since that's our true purpose as humans, to help each other, Sanjay Dutt said. Now, I've lived in the Gulf for over 25, 26 years. But for me, my country has always been India. And I've always craved to come back. Every year I would visit India just to be, to smell the air and to feel the warmth that India gives. And here is a man who's only spent 1 year in Dubai, and he is indebted to them. I never hear, I've never heard him or actors like Amir Khan speak about India in the same manner. or the kind of help that Modi ji or Yogi ji is giving. We all well remember when things were getting too hot for Sanjay Dutt, when Samir Wankade was exposing many in Bollywood in the drug case, how he flew with his family, with Manyata and his children, to Dubai, saying that he had cancer and wanted to do treatment. And within weeks, he was back saying that he was cured. So, what sort of cancer did he have that got cured so fast? In fact, this was the question that social media, was trolling him on. In fact, everyone is aware that he had gone into hiding, like so many others who had disappeared to other parts of the world during the kind of raids that a brave officer like Samir Wankade had done. Now, of course, we see that the NCB has gone into slumber. So, does the golden visa give refuge to people on the run? See, another insignificant actor who has hardly any movies to his credit. We're talking about Varun Dhawan. He was bestowed the UAE Golden Visa honor recently, and he celebrated the big moment by living it up in Dubai with his friends from the region. So you see him here with his friends. He was spotted with his wife Natasha enjoying Dubai skyline atop a swanky terrace restaurant. He was seen dining with his friends, including Raza Beg, who heads a chain of retail stores. Having shot multiple films here, I can firsthand say that the UAE is a great destination to film. Very thankful to the UAE government for giving me a golden visa. Now, friends, have you ever heard these people, even say one good word about India or how India is governed or all the benefits that they get in India? They belong to India, but their heart belongs to other countries. So, what is the golden visa that allows permanent residency in UAE with amazing benefits? In 2019, the United Arab Emirates announced a permanent residency program that allows foreigners to live, work, and study in the UAE without the need for a national sponsor and with 100% ownership of their business. Now, those having an existing project with a minimum capital of dirhams 500,000, or those who have the approval of an accredited business incubation in the country are eligible. Apart from family, they can also bring in a partner and 3 executives. Those having an existing project with a minimum capital of AED 500,000 or those who have the approval of an accredited business incubator are eligible. Reasons why the UAE's new golden visa regulations are a game changer for the real estate people. Ability to obtain the 10-year residency when purchasing a property off plan or with a mortgage will attract further investments into the country. This is what experts say. Now, this golden visa regulation, they say, is a game changer for the UAE real estate industry, building on the momentum it's garnered over the past year and a half. The flexible regulations to obtain the 10-year residency through real estate will encourage further foreign investments in the country, industry stakeholders told Arabian Business. Now, having been in Dubai for over 25 years, it was in 2014 that we saw the slump and UAE going through a slump, and that's the time when I returned. And it is, since then UAE has not been doing very well because we get regular reports from people back in Dubai. Now, the only way to make money is now through people like the ones that we quoted. Indian celebrities like Shah Rukh Khan, Sanjay Dutt, and Sania Mirza, even non-entities like Tushar Kapoor, Sunil Shetty, and then of course down south it's Mammootty, Mohanlal, and a new actor called Tovino. So also South Indian actresses like Kajal, all have been given the golden visa. Now the most amusing case is that of Boni Kapoor, who is a recipient along with his daughters. So let me just get back to that. 1 second. Yeah. So here we see the whole family, So let me also add Meera. Meera has also joined us.
Hi, am I audible? Good evening.
Yeah, you're audible. Yeah. So while talking about Boni Kapoor, it's very interesting that you know the most amusing case is that of his because the same man who Deepti Pinati has pointed out through her meticulous research was behind his wife's death in Dubai. The same man who was questioned for 24 hours by Dubai police after Sri Devi's mysterious death, till some call came that made them release him and Sri Devi's body to India. Remember, another amusing incident, the woman whose backside Boni Kapoor patted in a video in a party that went viral. Yes, Urvashi Rautela. It was said that she was the first young Indian actress to get the golden visa of 10 years within 12 hours. So let me just show you her image. Okay, I don't have that. Okay, you will see her with in front of a Lamborghini, showing off that she is the first Indian actress to get, this kind of visa. Now, we all know that she is not an investor, and she got the visa within 10 to 12 hours, Mira. So we all know that she's not an investor nor a superstar, and neither does she have any film in hand. So does her investment come in from? That's a question.
Yes,
And not to
Meena.
forget the Versace designed house that she lives in. Yeah, Mira, you were
Yeah,
saying
Meena,
something.
can I join?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, about Urvashi Rautela, you're calling her an actress. I don't even recall a movie she has done. I think she must have at best done an item number somewhere. So I really wonder what's her source of income basically. And
Absolutely.
to get a golden visa there, I'm sure she operates some other kind of activity from Dubai.
Yeah.
And I guess she's getting paid in Dubai, and all her income is invested there. So I
Yeah.
don't see any reason why she is a recipient of this golden visa.
In fact,
And
see what you
moreover,
say is very interesting, Mira, because see, I remember when I went to Singapore on an assignment, and I had met some Chinese, media as well. So they were telling me that when they asked me like, where am I from? So I said I come from Dubai, and they said they laughed and they said the red light capital of the world. you know and yes,
yes,
I was quite surprised because though I've been there for so many years, I've not seen it as openly as these people are talking about. But then when you start doing research, you look at the YouTube documentaries, you find a lot of the hanky panky that's happening in Dubai. Yes,
you can call it the high end red light capital because other people would go to Bangkok.
yeah.
But Dubai, definitely, I feel Dubai, and I feel during this COVID time, why Maldives became such a hot spot.
Yeah,
I got a feeling people must have been entertaining their customers or clients
absolutely.
in
This is what
Maldives
a
too.
lot of the people have been saying. Yes.
Because Maldives didn't have that much of a presence on the tourist map till these people really during COVID, every Tom, Dick, and Harry was jetting it out to Maldives.
Yeah.
And anyway, coming back to Dubai and all these people getting the golden visa, one investments there are, I guess, little better for them since in India the real estate scene is in the doldrums. And I also feel that they must be getting part remuneration there, and so investing it there,
Yeah,
to avoid
there are many
Indian
reasons. See,
taxes.
yeah, but the first image that you get of Dubai, Mira, is that of see the Dawood connection. Okay, and the Dawood connection links to so many things. It is about human trafficking. It's about money
Yes,
laundering. It's about drugs. So it's a
yes.
lot of other things. In fact,
Somehow I have
see,
not been, yeah,
yeah,
I've never been fascinated by Dubai because I always felt it was like a do number ka country kind of thing. Everybody's shady activities have some connection over there.
yeah.
Of course,
In
genuine
fact,
people also
see, Mira,
invest.
this is see, Dubai is a it has two faces. One is the glamorous face, where you see everything that's luxury, on the roads and everywhere, and the second side is the sleazy side. So what it presents to the world is that it's a paradise. But actually, there are so many things happening that you feel scared when you see that side. For example, there's a documentary where young women are brought in as a sort of maids or beauticians, and they're put into this field. They're beaten up and they're forced into prostitution. And if they don't do it, then because their passports are also seized, which means that they can either be jailed or they can be killed. So it's that sort of atmosphere there. And then you have all the laborers, when they pay their pay their when they get their salaries, when they pay their money home to relatives, it's always through hawala. So everything that's done within Dubai has so many other, it
Yes, there
points
is
out to
a
problems. Yeah.
very ugly underbelly over there
Yes,
in Dubai.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I have a personal experience of you're talking about these maids. A
Yeah.
cook I had, she
Ah,
was taken to Dubai, given all rosy dreams and taken there.
yeah. Yeah.
And like you said, her passport was taken away, and the people she was employed with looked very shady. So
Yes.
she had a miserable 6 months because of all this, and somehow managed to escape one day with the help of an Indian taxi driver to the consulate, and she managed to reach home back to India without any further trouble. But this is, and even laborers, I'm sure they have to pay even a big amount of what we call hafta kind to the authorities or their middlemen, and their living
Absolutely.
conditions are so deplorable.
Yeah.
But what we see is all the glitz and glamour and all the fancy lifestyle, especially now promoted by these third rate starlets and all.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I
you
don't
see,
know how people.
this Kajal who's from South, see, she also went for a holidays, like a honeymoon to Maldives. So it's very strange that all of them end up in Maldives. So that's another, funny link that you find. And someone like Tushar Kapoor, he has absolutely nothing. It's only the Balaji connection and the Balaji films, and he
That's
gets a golden visa.
the Balaji collection speaks for itself. That's why he's got it
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Because
absolutely.
all these girls, these very young starlets and all, they jet out to Dubai like we are just going to buy groceries. And you half the time, if you've seen, in fact, once when I was at the airport, they don't even carry luggage because I guess they're just going for a night and returning, you
Yeah.
know. So it's very sleazy out there, and I'm
It
surprised.
reminds me of a very funny incident. You remember? I'm sure you would have seen it, where Ria, Chakravarti goes to Mud Island with this guy who's the designer. What's his name? Karan
No,
Johar's
that
friend,
wasn't Mud Island. It was Alibag.
Alibag.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
with that the
Manish
designer
Malhotra.
Manish Malhotra.
Manish
So what
Malhotra, yeah.
they had gone for a party of some guy, big, a rich guy. So what were they doing
Mhm.
there? So it's very obvious. What are the things that these people indulge in?
Yeah.
And
In the guise of
you also
parties,
remember.
all this drug peddling and all goes on, I
Yeah.
guess.
See, somewhere we get the vague feeling that the golden visa scheme is an attractive prospect for criminals and the corrupt. It's convenient for UAE to let these people work somewhere else and park their money in UAE and assure them that you will get all the protection and the security. See what Sanjay Dutt did during the time when Samir Wankade was, raiding people is a typical example. He just flew, and then he had lots of these Bollywood images, where he's pampering his children in the first class, in the flight, and then how he comes back saying that his cancer is cured. So this made everybody in social media question him. So it's a sometimes you feel it's a route, it's an escape.
Yes, and it's definitely a escape route. When the heat gets onto them here, they'll just fly off there because they've got
Yeah.
this golden visa.
Yes.
And
And
with
see,
Sanjay
and you
Dutt,
see
I think is
Mira. Yeah, and you see, Mira, see the same people who mocked SSR. See, you look at the ones who are, they are the ones who are getting the visa, whether it is Varun Dhawan or Sunil Shetty or Sanjay Dutt or Boni Kapoor. And every film world has their own kind of cabal working, be it in Kerala or Tollywood or Sandalwood. So you have all these people, Mammootty, Mohanlal, Kajal, all getting these golden visas. And I don't understand. See, these people make money, from us, in India, and then they carry this to UAE to escape the income tax act also,
yes,
and also for various other reasons. Don't we, as a country, feel betrayed?
definitely. And also the kind of people they've given this golden visa, it's not like a very eminent filmmaker or
Yeah,
a very big, I mean, I don't know about Shah Rukh Khan, but a very successful actor or actress. It's these lower rung people Now, I don't
Huh.
know if this Mauni Roy also has got golden visa, but if
Yes,
Urvashi has
she has
got,
got it.
I'm
She has
sure
got
she
it.
would,
Yeah, she
she's
has
also
got it.
got. So,
Yes.
so I
Yeah.
mean, this is the kind of category of people who are getting it.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
really feel, and they must be making the authorities there also happy in their own way. So
Yeah.
that's why these kind of people are getting it.
In fact, Daisy is saying it's scary, Meena. I dropped my boarding pass in Dubai at the time of boarding, and suddenly a woman comes out of nowhere and tries selling me a fake boarding pass. Can you imagine? So it's very scary. And another thing is, see, we all know how safe and snug Shah Rukh Khan and his family feel in Dubai, and which they don't feel in India. And yet, every negative news we hear has been linked to Dubai because of the presence of the underworld. If you look at, remember the famous wedding of Dawood's daughter in the hotel Grand Hyatt, which also they say was owned by him, where they got information that the NIA were going to arrest him. And this guy, Dawood, comes in a burqa and he attends his daughter's wedding and then goes off. And here, everyone in the party was instructed to give their mobiles at the entrance. But suddenly, he gets a queue, and he runs away. So we all know who are the people who are being protected here. And you also remember the time when reports came that two assassins came to Delhi to eliminate Sunanda Pushkar at the five-star hotel. All this was revealed by Dr. Swami at that time. And also, remember the time when Sandeep Singh called Dubai after visiting the mortuary with SSR's sister and his frequent visits to Dubai. With so many known and unknown Bollywood personalities being given the golden visa, can we expect a lot more of this? This is what I'm asking. See, when Yogi Ji is giving you a place to work in, why are these people so scared to invest in UP, which is an alternative film world?
Yeah, protection is the right word you used for them in Dubai. But
Yeah,
with India's relationship with Dubai, UAE getting very good on the basis of so this extradition and all, they are
yeah,
able to extradite people out of Dubai. So that's
yeah,
about the only saving grace.
yeah,
And regarding the film city being planned by Yogi ji in UP, I
yeah,
guess these guys may try to spread their tentacles through some Benami investments. I mean, I
yes,
wouldn't put it past them
yeah,
because if things do start moving there, then they would also want to have a chunk of that pie.
yeah.
So it remains to
This
be
is
seen
also the
how that
reason why
goes.
IPL is held in Dubai. That's what Martin said. Precisely, because they
Yeah,
can make their money there.
betting.
Yeah.
Yes,
In fact, I was
and
watching, there was hardly any audience, in the crowd. There was no crowd. And yet they were playing. So where were they making their money from? Don't tell me just from TV ads.
that and the main is obviously the betting syndicate. That's where all
Yeah,
the money
exactly.
comes
Bettings. Yes,
from.
yes. So what I find strange
So
is that, see, you have your own country giving you all these facilities, but you don't want them. You want to go to a place where you feel safe because you can do whatever hanky panky you want.
yeah, and to this evening, I don't know if you read, there was this tweet by cricketer Irfan Pathan,
Mm,
where he says, oh, my country has the potential to be great, etc., etc. But
mm,
so I replied to him saying, but what? This country gave you, your country gave you your name, fame, riches. So what are you complaining about? I mean, this was after all this stuff happening in Jangir Puri and all that. I mean, these people, they have loyalties definitely lie elsewhere. Same with Mohammad Azharuddin.
yeah,
He was India's test captain, but the minute he got pulled up by ED or whatever, he started playing the victim card, the
yeah,
minority card.
yeah. And
So that's why these places like UAE, they think are a safe haven for them. But hopefully it shouldn't be.
see,
Law should
what I
catch up
find
with them.
strange is, Mira, is that, see, UAE was very suspicious about Sri Devi's death. And I remember
Yes.
because I was there at that time, and they questioned, Boni Kapoor for more than 24 hours. They didn't even allow him to go to the bathroom. So, what were the forces that made them release the body and, send Boni Kapoor free? So, you
Yeah, and
imagine.
from suspect, how have they now they've given him a golden visa? So
Yeah,
a lot of money has definitely changed hands, you
yeah,
know, for all
yeah,
this. The corruption is there everywhere. It's not only in our
yeah.
country. So
Yeah. Deepthi says Urvashi gets the Dubai visa. Boni and both share vulgar touches. Urvashi is selected as the ambassador for water conservation by Indian government. Here, Deepti, just like to correct you. I think she herself made this statement that she was getting this, ambassadorship. Because if you look at her, her all her Instagram posts, it was she who did it. The government never did it. So I think this is something she has fostered on herself. And you can imagine the kind of lies these starlets say. Bollywood news is full of that, and I'm sure this girl is also lying about it.
But somehow she's too much in the limelight. I believe, I think she was a judge at a Miss Universe
Yes, yes,
contest or Miss World
yes,
also
yes,
recently.
yes.
So I don't know. I mean, she's definitely some hanky panky behind the scenes because
Yeah.
there's really nothing. She's not even
In
established
fact,
here in
she kept
Bollywood.
on wooing the cricketers in IPL through her tweets, but she didn't reach anywhere with them. So perhaps the next horse was the, the fashion, the international beauty contest.
Yeah, and even the present Miss Universe, she also appears to be part of some cabal only. No
Yeah,
looks, no intelligence. I don't know how she won it even.
absolutely.
This
And
Miss
see,
Sandhu, I
one thing
think.
you find strange is, see, a person like Mauni, she has absolutely no film in hand. And the only thing she does is she endorses these, mediocre brands. And she thinks that perhaps she gets paid for that, frugal amount for that. But half the time she is in Dubai just posing and saying that this cafe is good, that cafe is good. And hardly anybody pays any attention. So the money is not coming from that. The money is coming from some other source. And
Yeah, they
everybody
are
knows, yeah,
just stars on Instagram by
yeah,
posting all sorts of pictures. And I think with Sadhguru also, she got some publicity by making a couple of interview videos with him.
yeah,
So this is all they do. Not they, and they call themselves Bollywood stars when they've not even got a proper movie. I
yeah,
think she's got some side role in this upcoming long in the making Brahmastra, or some that Ranbir movie.
yeah,
So she just gets these bit roles, but I don't know what else she does to survive.
yeah. Friends, your viewers, you can join me. I'll just give you the link in case you'd like to join us. One second. Let me just give you the link. Yeah. Also, please note, friends, that see, when Shah Rukh Khan came to UAE, he was given a free house, in the I think in the Palm, and see also the fact that he was made to do a video to promote Dubai tourism. So if you look at all that, more than the Arabs, it's the Indians who settled in Dubai, who pay for his films and all that. Again, it comes back to India, but they have absolutely no loyalty towards India. Anything and everything, the first thing they do is lambast the country and say that see we have hatred within castes and communities and religion. They live very comfortably in India, and carry their remarks, as if they don't belong to India.
Yes, our starstruck NRIs are just in awe of all this Bollywood. They fund them all over the world. And another thing, strange thing is, I wonder why Amir Khan's preferred choice of country is Turkey and not UAE,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because I have
In
not
fact,
really
here
come across
I'd like to
him
give
at
you an
UAE.
important point here, Meera. See, what happened is ever since the war started, most of the people who have got ill-gotten money have all started investing in Turkey and in UAE because they give
Mm.
them a lot of what do you say facilities, to invest in houses there in Turkey and
Yeah, tax
UAE. Yeah.
benefits,
So
yeah.
yeah, so they do not question where the money is coming from. So
Mm.
it's these are the two places for parking your ill-gotten money.
Right.
So coming back to the point about these people getting a golden visa, it's like they've got they won the Olympics, or done some climbed the Mount Everest because the way they they grin and they think that they've qualified for something great. It's nothing. It's nothing. UAE just wants to make money. That's it. One thing I've known when I've been in UAE, the most important, yes, it's a good country, and as long as you're working, you get all the facilities and everything. But their prime motive is making money. And here, see, there are ways to make money. They could be ethical and they could be non-ethical. So here we find something that's strange and something that we need to investigate over the over the days and weeks to find out what exactly is happening. See, for example, I still don't believe that a Yash movie, though I like Yash, a Yash movie can make 700 crores in such a short time. Okay, so where is this all this money going? So it's all very, very doubtful, these things, and how these people are working behind this, So money laundering is a big, big thing. It's I think it's the thing. See, for example, let me tell you, Meera, see, the best thing that happened after Modi ji came is that he digitalized money. Okay, now even a vendor who walks on the street and sells fruits or whatever, we can pay him digitally. Now, in that sense, we have eliminated, black money to a large extent. So we have to be grateful to a leader for doing that much. But how
Yes,
much can you
demon.
do when a fraternity like the Bollywood don't want any cleansing? They want the drugs, they want the trafficking, they want the child trafficking, and they want everything that's related to it. So when they don't want to cleanse it, they are a part of it. How the hell can India be clean?
Yes, this all comes back to the same thing why they are going to these countries. Because
Yeah,
if they're going to legitimately earn all their earnings in white money here, they'll have to pay this huge income tax for that tax slab which they will be in. So this is a easy way out, that they'll take their remuneration itself in these countries, or and another thing is, even south industry, I think, by investing in Bollywood movie, I mean, rather Bollywood investing in south movies is another way of
yeah.
uh,
I found that very
them
strange, Meera,
earning.
that this Katrina Kaif is sitting with Radha. She's from both Telugu and Tamil, and sitting and acting with her. Now these people have actually sort of taken their bags and baggage and moved to the south. Look how desperate they are. And then Akshay Devgan comes out with a statement saying that, see, we're not inferior in any way to the Southern Stars. So this will be proved because much earlier they used to say the same thing about Hollywood and Bollywood, but things will change. He has high hope because all his films have flopped, and I don't know on what hope he's holding on to. And it's very obvious that they have latched on to the Southern Stars because their names mean money, and their fans in their fan clubs, assure them that their films will run, but not to this extent. 700 crores in so many days, impossible. In fact, Yamini is saying, I wonder what goes, who goes to the theater to watch movies within few days. It will be telecasted in TV. Another point I wanted to say, Meera, someone was saying that Gangubai was very successful. Even before the release, it's already going to come in. I don't know whether it's already come in the OTT platform.
That's
That's how
because
successful it
they
was.
sell their movies to OTT platforms at very high rates. So even
Yeah,
if it flops in the theater, they kind of cover up their costs that way.
yeah,
And another thing is, this Bollywood stars are getting these small roles in big movies. Like, that's a huge lifeline for them, with
yeah,
their own movies flopping here. Like, I think Ajay Devgan and Alia, I think, are in that RRR.
yeah,
So they made it, like they must have got good money also,
yeah,
and you know
yeah, absolutely. And the funny thing is, see, all these, even these weddings that are happening, this is another business venture. This is where they make their money. Okay, you don't allow anybody to take the video and you sell the video rights to someone big, and then you get the money out of that. And then these people are given, what you say, expensive gifts, which are actually taken back by the Kabal, I'm sure. Because you don't see Mauni Roy smiling now after the wedding, and you hardly see the couple together. Similarly with Kit Kat, when
wedding.
you talk about Katrina and Vicky, nothing is happening in their front. It's only the Bollywood, media that's saying that, see, they are the best bahus and the best daughters-in-law. They are the best ones. They're enjoying a honeymoon. She's cooking for him. All that stuff.
Weddings, and ever since Kareena Kapoor had her first baby, this pregnancy and babies is another business now.
Yeah,
They'll sell the pictures of their toddlers and have the paparazzi follow them. They get money for that also.
yeah,
So she set the trend. Earlier, no, everybody used to hide their pregnancy. But
yeah,
now even these starlets and TV stars are flaunting their pregnancy, and right
yeah,
from day one to the delivery,
yeah,
everything is documented on Instagram.
yeah.
So, you know,
So
and
Anuradha says
another,
demonetization
this,
was another good step to strengthen the Indian economy. These criminals went into shock and lost a lot of their black money. Yeah, you're so right, Anuradha. But look at the will of the people. There are half the people want to cleanse India, and the other half, these people who are getting all their golden visas and all that, are running to hide, whatever they're doing. So I don't know. I mean, it's always the fight between dharma and adharma. And one wonders who will win in the end. Yes, Meera, you were saying.
yeah, demonetization made Modi ji unpopular because all these black money people were very panicked by that, because
Yeah,
they lost a lot of money at that point of time.
yeah,
So with people like us who are paying our taxes, couldn't be bothered. We must have had a
yeah,
couple of those 2000 rupee notes at our place. But these people that were really sunk, with all this.
yeah,
So yeah, but it'll take a long time to not only cleanse the country and Bollywood and all, because there exists a huge number of people who are for all this,
yeah, yeah.
and
In fact,
so this.
Anuradha makes another important point. She says, in their weddings, we can see presence of many ISI agents with these Gutterwood stars. Why nobody investigates that? Yes, it's a fact that the guest list is already decided even before the wedding. So these are the only people who will be invited. So it's a fact. What you said, Anuradha, is so true.
Yes,
Yeah,
these agents like Tony Ashai, I think, is
yeah,
one of these guys,
absolutely.
US based, who's
Yeah,
present at all parties of Anil Kapoor and these type of Shah Rukh Khan. Like they have even business relationship with them. So end
yeah,
of the day, our money goes to fund terrorism and narco
absolutely.
terrorism.
Yeah. And also see we all know see why for example Urvashi Rautela has a house which is furnished by Versace. Now Versace is one of the top luxury houses. Now why would they do it? And if they do it also, they would have been paid for it. Now where does the payment come from? Okay, now we hear a lot of stories of why the stars go to Dubai. A lot of them call them as carriers, which is drug. Okay, and the other is that they give them for favors. So so with these people getting the golden visa, there's nothing to be really proud of, because what is the kind of activity that you will indulge in the UAE? That's more important. See, for example, if it's a doctor, he'll be in some hospital, okay, working. What will you be doing with the golden visa? Just enjoying the sun and the beach?
I think it's used for their honey trapping activities, all these fancy abodes and all which
Absolutely.
they get.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I mean, like you and me will work our full lifetime. We won't be able to afford a 2 BHK in Bombay,
yeah,
But these people do one movie or one endorsement and they got the, posh houses and vehicles and everything.
yeah.
So
Moonchild says the funny part about even the underworld, the Urdu Wood ED raids, is that you only hear ED is investigating such and such person. After that, the news gets completely vanished. In fact, this is exactly what I was thinking, Moonchild, because what happened to Jacqueline Fernandez? Okay, the whole thing came out and she was, exposed completely. But after that, what? She's back in movies, and Akshay is praising her all over again. See, knowing that she, like many others, are honey traps.
that's because she must have worked the telephone overtime to get scot free. See, even our politicians are not above board.
Hmm.
So this is all one huge nexus. That's why these
Absolutely.
people get away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You never hear of the conclusion of any case being investigated by ED and all. At least
Yeah.
of these Bollywood and big shots like these people.
Yeah.
They may catch a smaller businessman and punish him,
Yeah.
but never
Deepti
heard
makes
of
a good
any of.
point here. She says that what's the point? Why does India give them a visa? We're talking about the ISI. Why does it not investigate into stars photographed with underworld criminals? It's a very big question, you know. So also, recently we were talking, Mira, about Baba Siddiqui, and his famous iftar parties. Everybody knows Baba Siddiqui had very close links with the underworld, and this has been, that has been the reason for his strength. But apparently now his power is waning, and we see fewer, people attending, except for a few of the top stars, isn't it, Meera?
Yes, and with about Baba Siddiqui, he was MLA in Bandra West for a long time. And I mean, that time he was very powerful and all that. But before that, he comes from a pretty ordinary and decent family. And in fact, it's just in the last 20 years that ever since he rose into all this prominence that he's got into all this. Because I know somebody who knows him very well, and he would even come and borrow their leather outfits and all because he couldn't even afford to buy them, you know. So it's just that they come into big money in such a short time, and and now his son, who's hardly 29, is the MLA representing Bandra East, you know.
Yeah.
And yes, but one thing is that this iftari used to be much bigger a few years ago. This
Yes.
time, very few top stars, more hordes of TV starlets, but I was surprised to see some foreign consulate, representatives at the party. So maybe that's
Absolutely.
to get some respectability. But yeah, but like a lot of people, I know a couple of friends who been going for his iftari for years.
Mm.
They say we just go for the good food. But other than that, Baba will not even look at you because he's chasing these stars to get photographed and push them,
Absolutely.
hustle them around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's become a big event on the social calendar. So,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
for these people, if you are seen at Baba's iftari, like it's you have arrived. And
Yeah.
this
Right.
time I
And
saw
and
people,
a part of the cabal. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely all these people who are getting the golden visa are definitely their masters are this cabal. Otherwise, why would
Yeah.
they get it?
Yeah.
Especially a suspect like Boni, who was suspect for his wife's murder, death.
Yeah.
And now, after a couple of years, you are treating him like a VIP. So that's
Yeah.
really
In fact,
strange.
Cheers Bloom comes out with a good point. She says, I hope Indian government places some restriction on using UAE golden visa, as Indian nationals cannot hold dual citizenship. So hoping that the government can do something here. Yeah, that's a very good point that,
No, but
Cheer.
Nina, it's
Yes,
just a visa. It's not citizenship.
yes,
So,
absolutely. A 10-year
so
old
the
visa. Yes,
visa,
yes.
like it's
Yeah,
like you
that's,
have your green card. I mean,
yeah. Your
10-year
entry and exit
American
becomes
visa.
smooth. Yes.
So that
Yeah,
golden visa, I don't think our government can do anything about it.
yeah,
It's just like you have your American 10-year tourist visa or whatever.
absolutely. Priya also says, despite their UK, Italian, Turkish, and UAE citizenships, they all choose to live and earn in India, from Raga to Soga to Amir Khan to Alia Bhatt. Absolutely well said, Priya, because this is the point. They make money, on our backsides, using us, and then they plant their money in some other country. And look at their loyalty. They don't even care about India. Have they done anything for India? Have they contributed to any cause? If you look at SSR, for all these floods and all that, he used to donate money. What have these people done for anything? And you talk about Kashmiri Pandits. They all say, well done, well done. What have they done for the Kashmiri Pandits? You know, all what you call lip service.
I wonder if Canadian Kumar has given up his Canadian citizenship like he claimed he did. Deepika Padukone has given up her Denmark citizenship. That is this thing because she had voted this last election. But Akshay Kumar, I really wonder.
Leonora says, because the Bollywood mafias are all hand in glove with some political parties, hence they get away with murder. Shehnaz is trying hard to catch with the Jonases. Anything for money, cheap character. See, this is our biggest problem. The politicians who we vote for are so closely linked with these people that, even if, a leader like Modi wants to cleanse the system, there are many moles within his government who already leak out the information.
Yeah, but with the kind of majority we voted this present government, I don't think this should stand in the way. They should cleanse their own. They should do like a
Absolutely.
Swachh
If they feel
Bharat
that someone
Abhiyan.
is a mole, they have to kick them out.
Yes, this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan should start from the cabinet itself.
Yeah,
I wonder like why some people who are like given to nefarious activities are even in the cabinet.
yeah,
And so that's what emboldens these Bollywood people because they know apne hai sar pe बड़ों का हाथ है, they can do anything and they just get away with this.
yeah,
So that's really frustrating for people like us, the Aam Janta.
yeah. Karthik had made a point that see, even Nawazuddin was given a huge house. So Deepthi says Nawazuddin S was part of Sushant's core team as per his drives, but has switched sides. Not sure whether after or before SSR's death. So it's very obvious because if he's getting huge houses and all that, that he's changed sides very fast.
Most of the people who are associated with Sushant, like his ex-girlfriends, they're all doing great after his death,
Yeah,
getting
and
good endorsements, movies, everything.
yeah. And Cheers Bloom says Jacqueline Fernandez was spotted at the Baba Siddiqui iftar party. That answers that on why there was no ED conclusion on Jacqueline Fernandez. But then here, Cheers Bloom, ED doesn't come under Congress. Okay, it comes under, they are a federal agency. They are free to do it without any political interference. So that's what they say. But of course, in SSR's case, we find that very dicey. Yeah, Mira.
See, the central government can do whatever it wants with the amount of, with the majority it has. So the very fact that they have also kept CBI, control in their hands.
Yeah,
That is why nothing has yet come, no update even about the SSR case.
yeah,
So if there's a will, they can do it. But
yeah,
obviously they're waiting for a right time
yeah.
in courts, when
In
they
fact,
can use the information.
Kritika says SRK was donating to Pakistan for floods. Look at their loyalty. It's not India that's of concern to them. You know, all these people you're talking about, Sanjay Dutt, has he done anything for India? They talk about so much of loyalty towards UAE. In 1 year, you came to know what is UAE for you. You've lived your whole
San-
life in India and you've made your money in India, and you don't care two hoots for India. You know,
Sanjay,
during
that's
during the
why
riots, you were the one who was keeping the arms. For this riots. How could you betray
San-
India?
Sanjay, that's wife and children have been living in UAE for a long time.
Yeah.
He just goes up and down.
But
I
then
think
that
even
lady is
Sonu
a
Nigam
Pakistani. Manyata is a Pakistani. Don't expect any loyalty from her for India.
is she? I thought she's from Bombay
No, no, no.
only. I
She's
have
a
no idea.
Pakistani, and she was
Okay.
an item girl who was raised
Yes.
into becoming his wife. That's it.
Yeah, she was an item girl, and I think he
Yeah.
bought the rights of that movie so that
Yes, absolutely.
her item number is never visible again in the
Yeah.
public
In fact,
domain.
even in the case of Balaji had a company in the media free zone where they used to make films for Pakistan. See, this is the kind of loyalty that they have for us, Pakistan, whether it's Ekta Kapoor or Tushar or all the people, the Sanjay Singh, all of them, they are a part of this. All those who are who were exposed in the SSR case, have their tie with Pakistan and with UAE. And this
But
whole
this,
hangama about the tobacco thing, Akshay, is all just crap.
yeah, he claims he's given up that endorsement due to
Yeah,
public pressure. Some other, he'll do it in some other way, surrogate advertising. But he's
yeah.
like, I don't know what is with him. He's there in every second commercial. I think
Yeah,
he's becoming the next big B of advertising.
absolutely. And then you look at this image. See, this image is of Salman Khan with one of the top companies in UAE, the Velhasa Group. Okay, that lady is an Indian married to an Arab, and that is her son. So this son is supposed to be one of the richest children in UAE. And look at the kind of relationship Salman Khan has with these people, and it's like a second home to them, because apparently it's also been said that he has another wife there and a daughter who's quite old, like 18 years or something. This was exposed by Jaydev at in one of the
And
sessions.
I've also heard that in Dubai they have that camel racing, right?
Yes, yes,
For which you need these very small
children.
kids or to be on it, or I mean I don't know how that works, but and many of these traffic kids end up going there and doing all that.
Yeah.
So that also is a big
In
source
fact,
of
all those
income for
children are
these
also
people.
apparently sexually abused because they have no
Yeah,
one to go
that,
to. Their passports are all taken from them, so
yes,
they
and
suffer in
they
all ways.
pray. Yeah, and they pray these kids from all poor families, and and whenever I see these kids chasing stars outside these restaurants in Bombay,
Yeah.
I feel those kids and all they must be targeting,
Yes.
because they are always outside these prominent restaurants where these paparazzis waiting to get a shot of these people. And okay, they at that point they just give them some money or some food which they are carrying, doggy bags. But you never know. And I've myself seen late at 11, 12, and all, if you're gone out for dinner, you find these small kids even at that time of the day, I mean
Yeah.
night rather, outside these restaurants. They're absolutely unsafe
Yeah.
environment for them to be in.
In fact, Priya makes a very important point. She says we are to blame largely. How and why do we show people like Shatrughan, Jaya Bachchan, Hema Malini, etc., get to the Rajya Sabha and earn pensions throughout? Glad that we chucked our rose tinted glasses. So it's very true because these people hardly even, the only one who talks is, in fact, barks is Jaya Bachchan, Hema Malini and all, and always silent. They don't do any work. They just come and be present. That's it.
And Shatrughan Sinha has now become a TMC MLA or MP. I don't know, he just won an election.
Yeah.
So they change sides as per uh, whoever's
What suits
taking
them.
them.
Absolutely. So I think, as Karthik says, we need to continue the boycott Bollywood movement, because you have to make sure that these people become paupers. Let them go and live in UAE permanently. That will be the best thing for us, you know, as long as they don't work in India.
It's exactly because of this boycott, Bollywood becoming quite successful, that they are looking desperate for other avenues of income. So they'll go to any corner of the world where they can make some money,
Yeah.
So this
Tom and
golden,
Jerry
but
comes out with a very, uh, humorous point. He says the golden visa is issued so that women can come day and night without wasting time to complete the formalities, so they can get to their business fast.
yeah, exactly. Very good
Very
point.
tongue in cheek. Yeah, yeah. Sanjay Dutt is a relative of the Gandhi family. Don't know exactly, but we'll find out. Yes, that's something that I've also heard. Moonchild says there's a very good statement made by a leader recently that while other people living in a particular country show loyalty to that country, Muslims everywhere show it to Pakistan. Here, Moonchild, I'd like to make an observation here is that, see, when they were asking the Chinese people who worked outside why they were returning to China despite the COVID, they could always settle down some other country. They would always say, China is our country. We need to go back. That's the kind of patriotism that these people should be having, but they don't have. You know, and then they
No,
mock
I think
India at given a chance, they mock India.
Muslims all over the world their loyalties first to Saudi Arabia. I
Yeah,
mean, that is, they don't think of themselves as a national of a particular country. It's
yeah,
always the religion which comes first.
absolutely. Ranveer Singh has close relatives at Pakistan, and he's a friend with Anil Musharraf. Yeah, he's the one who goes very often to Dubai, and he's also a person who got a golden visa.
I wonder if they all have some connection with like the royal families
Yeah,
there or the very
yeah,
prominent sheikhs, and
yes,
you know
yes.
they got
Some sort of
some
shady
kind of
dealings. Yes,
activity, yes, shady
yeah,
happenings between them. That's
yes,
another reason, because even some of them may be starstruck.
absolutely. And for them also, it must be, they may be getting a kick, being with these people who come on celluloid, that that they're close
Yeah,
to them in whatever way.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And they've got the money and the resources to summon anybody overnight, to come and dance to their tunes, literally.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
these guys will go because it's good, easy money.
Yeah,
And then to park it there only. So this golden visa helps in that respect.
yeah,
They can invest and whatever.
yeah. So, also, one last point, Mira, before we finish, is that, see, a lot of the things that recently, that were exposed by Kajal in one of her shows, people have been shocked by that, especially the kind of relationship, between, the Lambuji and his daughter-in-law, and the kind of activities that they indulge in. See, these are things that people never knew, and people
Yeah,
always respected them.
those were rumors floating around for a long time, but nobody took it seriously. But
Yes,
after
exactly.
all these revelations, I guess there's some grain of truth in all this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's unthinkable for us, like
Yeah.
as to think that such a relationship would exist. But
Yeah.
then I guess it takes all types.
Yeah. Anuradha says boycott and hit the wallet. Yes, absolutely, Anuradha. So, on that note, Meera, thank you a lot for coming and
Thank
joining us
you.
in this session. And
And
always, your points of view very important for us. So, thank you so much, and also thank you to the viewers.
thank you so much. Good night, Meena.
Good night.